Recording in progress. Good morning. Zuleika, can you hear me?
Good morning, Ms. Adams. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, honorable members. Good morning to the department led by our minister. Good morning to our advocate who has been the member of this committee since inception of this bill, to our staff, parliamentary, parliament streaming service. I'm taking this opportunity to open this meeting, thanking you that your dedication really let me appreciate it, because until 29th or 21st of May will be ceased to be members of parliament. You are still committed to your work. This is a good thing that we must do as representatives elected by the people. Let me take this opportunity saying that I've seen that you are all here, and now what is going on now? So why did you take your agenda? Now let me take this opportunity. Hey, what's going on? Let me take this opportunity also to check the apologies with you. So
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning to you. Good morning to members of the committee, to Mr. Minister and colleagues on the platform. Madam Chair, we don't have any apology except for the one that we received yesterday from Mr. Mamabolo. We had also received an indication from the Office of the Minister that he is going to join late, but I see he has joined the meeting, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
thank you so much. I was now got that message that Minister will join us later, and I did get an apology to DM also. She's traveling, coming to Cape Town for other duties that they will be doing with the minister. But let's see when they are joining. But let's just upfront indicate. Can I now ask members? I've seen that DDG and the entourage from the ministry are here. Let me take an opportunity now to ask members to adopt the agenda. Honorable Adams.
Good morning, Chair. Chair, can you hear me?
Yes, we do hear you.
Can you hear me, Chair?
Yes, Honorable
Thank you so much.
Adams.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Chair, and good morning to the members on the platform. Chair, wanted to move for the adoption. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairperson. Dennis Joseph here. I move second for the adoption of the minutes.
Any seconder?
Good morning, Chairperson. Dennis Joseph. I'm prepared to move as a seconder for the adoption of the agenda. I'm not sure if the chairperson heard me. Chairperson? Dennis Joseph? Seconder for the adoption of the minutes.
Chair.
Madam Chair, are you still on the platform?
We lost the chair now.
Members, it looks like the chairperson has connectivity. Oh, she's
Yeah.
back.
Yes, I do have a connectivity. It was just indicating connecting. I'm back. I'm hoping that everybody's hearing me. But when I was asking adoption, I didn't hear anyone. It was Honorable Zondi, Honorable Sibia, Honorable Dennis. I called them. I didn't hear who responded.
Chairperson, Honorable Adams, I move for the adoption.
I did hear Honorable Adams. I'm saying I didn't hear from the honorable members who were supposed to second your adoption of the agenda. I've called Honorable Zonda, I called Honorable Sibi, I called Honorable Dennis. Maybe it was when the problem started from my side. Any second?
Mr. Dennis seconded the agenda, Madam Chair.
Hello.
Yes, Chair. Honorable Joseph seconded the
Who's
adoption.
speaking? Come again.
Honorable
Thank
Joseph
you so
seconded,
much,
Chair.
honorable members.
Chairperson, for the record, I move for the
Yes,
second for the adoption
yes.
as
having
for the
this
record. Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you
Members?
so much. I'm suspecting I'm like Honorable Adams. You did hear that she was not in a good space, but the agenda has been adopted, honorable members. Today, in the second point, we are here. Yeah, I can go.
Chairperson?
Do you hear me?
Yes, Madam Chair, we can hear you.
Oh, I was saying something. According to agenda today, can we accept now to give the department to take us can we now give Fiona on whoever to take us through in the presentation of written submission and oral writtens to the department as we were present and even themselves. Let's do it official today. Fiona, honorable members, I'm having I don't have a load shedding, but I'm having a problem of network. So anytime this thing happening, you'll be understanding that I don't know today what is going on. To you, Fiona.
Good morning, Chairperson, and good morning to all the members on the platform and to the guests and colleagues. I'm not sure if the minister is still on the platform, but good morning to him in his absence. Chairperson, I'll just provide a background in broad strokes as the committee's report will contain more detail. And also, Chairperson, with your permission, may I please ask you to allow Ms. Kula, the committee secretary, and Ms. Arnold, the parliamentary legal advisor, to provide more substance as and where they see fit. So, Chairperson, after the placement of the advert for a call for submissions on the amendment bill, a total of 13 stakeholders responded. 11 of the stakeholders appeared before the committee, while the remaining 2 submitted responses via emails. A further 2 stakeholders were scheduled to make oral submissions but were unable to do so. And then, Chairperson, just to run through the stakeholders, those who responded with submissions included SAID, SARU, Bodybuilding SA, Athletics South Africa, although they didn't make submission material to the amendment bill, but instead their submission spoke largely to propose practical measures to prevent unintended contraventions of the anti-doping rules. Then we had Free State Academy of Sport, National Treasury, and CATSETA, who didn't make a substantive submission, but rather just recommended the inclusion of the definition of sport. The stakeholders who have either appeared before the committee or in writing confirming support for the bill in its current form included SASCOC, Boxing SA, Love Life, Eastern Cape Academy of Sport, Sport for the Physically Disabled, University Sport South Africa, and then the two stakeholders who were scheduled to make submissions but who could not do so included KZN Academy of Sport and the Stellenbosch Academy of Sport. And Chairperson, as predicted, there have been no objections to the amendment bill. I have, Chairperson, with Ms. Kula's support, submitted to the members a matrix of the submissions that were made to the committee. If you allow me, Chairperson, I can just share that with the members on the screen.
Yes, please.
So this is just the first page where I list all the acronyms and state the principal act and the amendment act that follow that. And then clause by clause, I've indicated what the stakeholders have commented on, their recommendations, and where applicable, the proposed amendments. Chairperson, I'm not sure if you want me to go through each of these clauses or if it's taken as read.
We did get this information, but I'll depend on the members. But if I can say that by putting them here, we must note in all on what you are going to talk to. Just present and talk to, not read.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. Understood. So the different clauses, the different clauses are itemized in the first column of this table. There have been no comments made on the preamble, no recommendations, and obviously there are no proposed amendments. Then I've listed for clause 1 the comments and recommendations and amendments, proposed amendments rather, made by SAIDS, CATSETA, the Free States Academy of Sport, and in clause 2, National Treasury proposed one amendment, which is to include the fact that SAIDS is a public entity. Clause 3, SAIDS also made a comment, recommendation, and proposed an amendment. SARU as well. And then the Free State Academy of Sport also, for clause 3, which is section 10 of the bill, made one comment and a recommendation there, but no proposed amendment. Clause 4, which deals with section 11 of the bill, SAIDS made some comments and recommendations and also proposed amendments. And then clause 5, no recommendations were made on that clause. Clause 6, SAIDS once again made a comment. Yeah, that's clause 6. Sorry, Chairperson. So just to backtrack a bit, SAIDS, this is where the bulk of the recommendations and the comments and proposed amendments can be categorized as under section 17 of the amendment bill, and SAIDS underscored that the draft bill, if the proposed amendments that they make are not taken on board, then the draft bill will once again be non-compliant. So those are the recommendations and comments and proposed amendments, which are quite detailed. National Treasury also made one comment on Section 17, bodybuilding South Africa. Sorry, made a comment on Clause 7 and bodybuilding South Africa as well. And Free State Academy of Sport. In Clause 8, bodybuilding South Africa was the only stakeholder who made a comment on the long title of the amendment bill, and that was to change appeals to appeal hearings. And no comments were made on the short title and the commencement of the bill. Thank you, Chairperson.
Honorable members, the ministry, I'm suspecting we're just following the procedure that after all the presentation, oral and submission, the procedure is allowing us to do this today. Now, we are presenting this to you, department. I'm not sure. I don't think at this age I will ask our advocate. Surely the advocate is good. We're going to ask her after. I'm talking about the way forward. We are presenting this work that we've been doing. Fortunately, we've been with us all what we are written. You'll compare your notes, but with us, this is the detail of what we're doing past weeks. So I'm presenting this to the department. Titi Sumaya. Today we're all having problem of network. I've seen that the leadership of SAIDS, Mr. Khalid Galant, he is here. So they've been monitoring the process. Any other official from the department can say something. Minister, as you have seen that he joined and left us, he was boarding, and as I was saying, then I was thinking that he's not going to be in a meeting. It was officially reported to me. It's like that.
Excuse me, Madam Chair.
Adena, hello.
Oh,
I've
yes.
seen
Yes,
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Hi. Good morning, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. Good morning to the delegation from the department and to my colleagues that are on the platform. Thank you, Chair. Yes, I would just like to talk on the way forward. And before I do that, I'd just like to thank Ms. Clayton for the matrix that she has prepared. I've gone through the matrix and she has captured adequately and concisely all the submissions that we have received thus far. Our next step, Chair, is the department will respond to these submissions. And Chair, I just want to indicate and inform the committee that we have, with regards to most of the amendments come out of what SAIDS has informed us. They have briefed us and they've told us that the introduced bill in its current form is unfortunately non-compliant to WADA standard. And myself, together with the department and together with inputs from SAIDS, we have sat and we have gone through each of the clauses to ascertain which amendments we could make in order to bring the bill up to compliance standards. So specifically, we looked at clause 1, where there's a recommendation that a definition be inserted. We looked at clause 10, we looked at clause 11, and we looked at clause 17, Chair. Specifically with regards to clause 17, we are busy drafting wording with regards to the appeal board, and our aim with regards to clause 17, Chair, section 17, Chair, is to ensure that we take on what does warning or rather what does recommendation that that the provisions in the bill need to contain simply a broad macro structure. We should leave substantial provisions to remain inside these regulations, and most importantly, we need to ensure institutional independence. Institutional independence is talking about the independence between the board and that of SAIDS as the institute. We also listened to what the public told us, our stakeholders told us. So, for example, National Treasury made some recommendations with regards to Section 2, Chair. We have looked at how we can incorporate that. Bodybuilding South Africa also made some recommendations with regards to Section 17A, Chair. And obviously, the department will respond tomorrow whether this is appropriate. But they are basically saying that when the department hears, there needs to be a sufficient, it needs to be fair, the hearing with regards to any sanctions or measures that are imposed, and then before a decision is taken, and this is with regards to Section 17A, Chair. I think that is all from me now, Chair, but just to reiterate that we have been working in order to ensure that what we produce is compliant to the best of our ability, and we have conducted a sort of a tick box exercise. Thank you, Chair.
Madam Chair? Madam Chair, are you on the platform?
I can hear you, Soleka. Not sure about the chairperson.
It looks like she's muted. Let me try and unmute here.
I not ending. So this problem of network, I'm hearing, according to my understanding, I'm suspecting all is well, and as I was saying that unfortunately, department, it has been with us, and also the SAIDS has been with us.
We've lost you again, Madam Chair.
Tomorrow, that
Madam Chair, we can't hear you. Mamudlolan?
is public and
We lost the chair again, Soleka.
Yes, Mr. Joseph. It looks like we've lost her. Let's just elect an acting chairperson so that we can finalize the meeting, because she seems to be having connection challenges. Can we have hands, please, to elect an acting chairperson?
Zoe.
Oh, she's back. Madam Chair, we are struggling to hear you. I think your connection is very bad.
Yes, let me
We
try
can hear you.
to
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
let me try to fast track this input from my side. I was saying that I was trying to outline and adding from what Arnold was saying that now the process it's where we are, and by tomorrow we'll be having a meeting where department is going to respond, and then also Thursday we will be giving your good selves to present to us clause by clause, and then we must not forget that Friday will be physically attending adoption of this A-list, and then from there, after that process on the same Friday, we must not, we'll just take an hour. We must not forget that now we'll be starting the afternoon to do the rest of what is in your program. I'm just assisting and reminding it's in your program what I'm talking about it, and then when is we'll be doing the interviews, which which interviews that we'll be doing on Friday. And then if there's something which I left behind in reminding the members, so you can add.
Madam Chair, I saw Ms. Khan's hand was up.
Okay. I can't see. I can't see there. Oh yes, I've seen the hand of Honorable Joseph. Who else has seen the hand? I'm seeing only hand of Honorable Joseph in my.
It was Ms. Khan. I'm not sure if she has withdrawn her hand, Madam Chair. She will indicate.
Let me start with Ms. Khan.
Sorry, good morning, Minister. Good morning, Chairperson and colleagues.
Just a moment, DDG. Let me give to Honorable Joseph, and then you will follow.
Yeah, thank you.
Honorable Joseph.
Thank you, Chairperson. Now, I wanted just to contribute by saying, Chairperson, just as it was a very educational experience to, to be part of when the two departments merge. So it is now with this amendment bill. And thank you to Fiona for the matrix and for especially Ms. Arnold's input, giving good direction to us on the independence between the board and SETS, and to all the inputs thus far. I want to just ask, for me, Chairperson Wada has been very clear, as Ms. Arnold has said, that we are non-compliant. For me, the image of the country is represented through SETS. So I know there's still other inputs to come from the department and from SETS, but I think at this point I want to ask Mr. Khalid if whatever we have been doing so far, because we don't have the expertise in what we are dealing with, but now it's a learning curve for me. Very educational, but I want to ask SETS, the CEO, if what we have done thus far in dealing with the amendment bill is the preparation getting towards making us compliant at a WADA level. If there's anything that we are missing at this stage, or not focusing on, or not dealing with, or is everything that we have done so far in line with the preparation to get the amendment bill passed through Parliament. But ultimately, it is SETS that have to represent us at that international stage. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Dennis. Any response before the department?
Chair, would you like me to reply to
Yes,
Joseph?
yes, you can, Mr. Khalid.
Good morning, Chair and colleagues at the Portfolio Committee. In response to the Honourable Joseph's comment, and just to echo his sentiments too, in terms of the work that has been done by the Portfolio Committee staff and also the legal advisor to the Portfolio Committee, Advocate Arnold, who's working very closely on a daily basis with our legal manager, Wafika Beg. And they have done the necessary work and amendments and consultation and communication with WADA. So from my perspective, Honorable Joseph, I am quite optimistic and confident that by the end of the week, we will have a bill that is compliant, that will meet the threshold for compliance by WADA. Thank you.
Thank you. I will also going to say again, thank you for this work which we have all put our hands on deck. Our staff every day, every night, Chairperson will be wanting the report and asking, they must go and ask you, Mr. Khalidi, and our advocate assisting us, but most importantly, the commitment of the members. These members, I was worried, thinking that because they all have anxiety about the list, except myself, that last year I declared that I'm retiring. But the stamina that these honorable members, they were knowing that to be in Parliament, it's a privilege. It's not an employment. Until today, the lists are out. They are here with us. I cannot not to say that everyone was committed. The only thing made us all to make it sure is the shock that we nearly not having our pride South African flag flying. Thank you so much. I'm saying that I must indicate that I'm so proud of every individual who kept us to be in this stage. The department, DDG, this is your time.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Good morning, Chairperson. Good morning, members. Good morning, Minister and colleagues. Chairperson, I know that we have our opportunity tomorrow to make our input, and I think we can assure you, Chairperson, that the collaboration, especially from the legal team in Parliament and ourselves and with SEDS, has been phenomenal, and it's helped us to get to where we are at. Chairperson, I must indicate that we really appreciate Advocate Arnold and her thinking and her focus, being that we need to get a compliant bill out. There were lots of things that could have distracted us along the way, but I think she understood the brief very well, and she kept us on track. And I think that was really, really appreciated, because at any given time, things were coming up. We should add this, or we should remove this, or add this on a daily basis. But I think she kept saying, WADA gave us a bill on the 23rd of November. And what did WADA say in there? And let's try and fix the bill so that we get to what WADA wants. So we really appreciate it. And as I saw communication coming from WADA last night as well, and which we will share with Advocate, we could really see value in that. So I really wanted to record that now. We will make further comments tomorrow. And I think, we really appreciate how this process has now taken place to get us where we want. And we're certain that, by the time this gets to the National Assembly, we're going to have we don't want to be too optimistic, but we're definitely going to have a compliant bill, Chairperson. Thank you. And thank you, Minister, as well, for your leadership and for pushing hard as well to get us to this point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TTG. As really I've said, that Advocate was really becoming the member of this committee, let alone that we were aware that at the background she was working with you, she is still working with you, and really we were going to be an embarrassment when the ministry did go and ask even the cabinet and the parliament that they must allow us to do this. The House Chairperson who once called me with our staff saying that let's come and account the all leadership of Parliament when they wanted to hear where we are, and we were granted that anytime we want to sit, as we are seeing that we are sitting every now and then. Thank you so much to all South Africans who took us very serious as government, that let's be proud of our flag, that it cannot not be fly higher. In that note, honorable members, unless there's anyone from members who want to say something, I was trying to do our closing remarks that let's meet tomorrow again. Honorable members, I'm calling this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, members.